Good Saturday afternoon, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. And of course, speaking of the lovely ladies, it's Angelica Barone. What's up, Angelica? We appreciate you, Angelica. You just take good care of us. And amazingly, Logan Motorsports. Shout out to Logan Motorsports, because this is 2 live streams in a row. He's been the first one that's here. And of course, you know, I left the thumbnail up of Jalen Hurts getting body slammed, Logan's Motorsports, just because I want to see if it would make you respond again, and appreciate you, buddy. There's Jeff Lee. There's Chris Robinson. Hello, good people. Thanks for taking time out. David J. No, it was Thursday. It was against Marshall. It was Thursday night on ESPN. David J., John Jones, Alana. Shout out to Alana. What's up? JJ. Is that JJ Walker or is that just regular JJ? Welcome, everybody. Thanks for taking time out on your Saturday evening where the Dallas Cowboys are off. So, you know, I know it's like a holiday for everybody. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our weekly Zoom call with channel members. And let me say hello to good people. I see Thomas Garrett is first one up on the screen. Thomas, how are you going today?
I'm doing good.
What college game are you watching right now?
Alabama and Tennessee.
Tennessee. Okay, what's the score?
13-7 Tennessee.
Okay.
Taking the second quarter.
All right, there's Lady Libra in the house. What's up, Lady Libra and Ruben Walls? Okay, so what are you going to do tomorrow with no tomorrow and Monday with no Cowboys football? Are you still going to watch games, or, you know, you doing like the honey-do list? What you got on the schedule? He's zoned out. He didn't even answer. He didn't even realize I was talking to him.
Who, me?
Yeah. I said, since tomorrow the Cowboys aren't playing tomorrow and Monday, what are you going to do to fill up the space? Are you still going to watch football? Are you going to do the honey-do list? What you going to do?
I'm just going to watch football, watch football just to keep from being bored.
Okay. Well, I'm going to be here live streaming. Is the first Germany game tomorrow?
Yes. Tomorrow's the first
Germany game. Shit. Am I going to be live streaming early in the morning? I don't know if I can do all day and ain't no Cowboys. But then again, I might try.
I'll be happy to join you in the morning.
Well, I was going to go early in the morning because I need to go to BJ's and to Restaurant Depot and get some stuff for my parents and all that. I got to take care of mom and dad. But I might, what the hell? Shit, it's a party. You know, if you're going to be there, Troy, we're going to be there. All right, so is it 9:30 or 10 o'clock this time?
No, guys.
What?
Is it? The Germany game is not tomorrow.
Oh, good.
Uh-oh.
I'm actually happy about that. Okay.
One of them's tomorrow, isn't it?
Well, I don't think there's any tomorrow.
I hope there's not tomorrow, because I'd rather go ahead and get some stuff done beforehand.
Okay, my bad.
Okay, all right. So, Troy, you'll be there by yourself waiting for me.
Okay, I'll be up with
There's Primetime Phil. What's up, Primetime? It's what? Week 9? Okay, not till week 9, so we got a couple of weeks. Okay, so what are you going to be doing tomorrow, Troy? We know you. Well, we don't know what you're going to do now in the morning.
Because, I was planning on waking up early just to watch a game that's not going to be there anyway.
Uh-huh.
So, I might as well sleep in a little bit and then maybe attend my church online and then watch some football.
There you go. Okay. Well, I'm interested to see the left hands up and to see what the Giants look like without Daniel Jones, because he's still hasn't practiced all week, so that may be an easy game for the Commanders. Left hand up, but then again, is it Jacoby Brissett as their backup?
No,
Tyrod Taylor.
Tyrod Taylor.
Right. So, well, who knows? Maybe that's an upset, because I'd actually like to see the Giants win that one.
Look what they did against Buffalo.
Yeah.
Put it past them.
There you go.
And then hopefully tomorrow night, watch the Philadelphia Eagles against Miami Dolphins. Hopefully we can see
they're going
Philly snap again. Hopefully we can see Philly snap again tomorrow night.
That's not the night game, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's Sunday night
game.
Oh, shit. I thought it was a 4 o'clock game.
Yep.
So let me look at the schedule so I can see. Okay, because we got
One of the best Week 7 games on the docket.
Okay, so we got Lions and Ravens. That'll be interesting to watch.
That's a good one.
That'll be 1
Yeah,
o'clock.
that's a good one.
The Raiders and the Bears. Okay, we'll have it on, but that'll be a snooze fest. The Bears
the Lions and the Ravens that'll be a good test for Detroit.
Yeah. The Browns and Colts. That could be interesting. The Browns coming off of their big win. Colts are better than people thought. Bills and Patriots. That should be a blowout for the Bills, but you never know. Commanders, Giants. Again, the Giants with that one win. Falcons, Buccaneers. That's a save your season type game right there. The team that wins that one is all of a sudden feeling really good about themselves. Steelers, Rams. Surprising that both of them are at 3-3 or 3-2.
I got a feeling that the Rams is going to win that game out in Los Angeles tomorrow.
Yeah, Steelers having to go out west. Cardinals, Seahawks. Seahawks should definitely get that one and get to 4-2. Packers and Broncos, another snooze fest. Chargers and Chiefs, that should be another blowout. Okay, it is Sunday. For some reason, I was thinking that was a 4 o'clock game, so it's going to be still a long day.
I'm excited to see that Miami-Philly game tomorrow night.
It's going to be interesting because, quite frankly, really, both of them have had softer schedules. The really big game that Miami's had was against Buffalo, and they shit the bed. They played great against, of course, Denver, but Denver is just I can't believe how bad Sean Payton has been with Denver right now, and they're basically fire sailing the team and starting over. So, but now
Charger and Chief game, they have scored. Those games have been some shootouts lately.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the Chargers. David J, doing good, and you? I'm doing great, buddy. Ruben Walls, hello, Lady Lieber. How's everybody doing? I'm doing great. It sounds like the panel here is doing pretty good too. But speaking of the Chargers, are we just going to go ahead and ignore the fact that everybody's been talking before that Justin Herbert is, a tier above Dak Prescott, a great quarterback and everything else, and now he's 0-2 going against the Cowboys and Dak Prescott? Are we going to ignore the battle of the offensive coordinators, that Kellen Moore is the offensive coordinator and the team is 2-3 or 2-4?
I'll tell you, that was a good game. I'm impressed with San Diego or LA. I mean, they kept that thing close all the way to the end.
Did they, or did we between the penalties, between Michael Gallup's drop, thinking about the turnover, you think about the special team. Now look, they don't get enough. They only get one touchdown that first drive. If they don't mess up that punt and mess up the call in there, they got an easy touchdown there. That was their 2 scores.
Could be.
And if Michael Gallup catches that pass down the middle, that ass is busted wide open. Crystal Caramel Corn, what's up?
Mark, I'm gonna say something. And
I guess Mark doesn't see me. Better not have blocked me again. Angelica. Wait, what do you mean? I said Angelica Baron with her puppies. You got some nice puppies there, girl. Or are you making fun of Philadelphia? Is that what's going on here? Look, Eagle fans. Oh, you guys are butthurt, aren't you? Oh, poor little Eagle. They're upset because it's not like I made up the picture. It's a real picture of Jalen Hurts getting sacked by Micah Parsons and some friends. Does that hurt your little feelings? Oh, are you that soft? Are you soft like Charmin? Is that what it is? Poor little Eagle fans. They sensitive. Oh.
Who beat them last week? I forgot.
The Jets.
Jets, that's right.
You remember when we beat the Jets? Oh man, it's just the Jets. This is the kind of bullshit that you get. And I have to say, shout out to DMV who posted a clip from ESPN this morning that I want to respond to out there. The way they literally pick their cherry. I'm sorry. Did I say pick your cherry, Kimberly Martin? I meant cherry pick. Okay. Cherry pick stuff to try and just slam Dak Prescott. I'm not crazy about Micah Parsons doing the podcasting and stuff. But he is right. He has been very spot on, and he has manned up when they've lost, so you have to give him credit and stuff. Yeah. What's funny to me is how Skip Bayless is kind of going after Micah Parsons doing podcasts when he wanted him on his show last year. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Mark.
Yeah.
Keyshawn Johnson and Michael Irvin got him yesterday.
You must not have seen the Joe Boo Sports Report this morning, because actually I did a video about that whole thing too, because he got body slammed. And you could see, he was, because it was like when Keyshawn said Michael Gallup stopped on a route, and then here it is, Skip Bayless. No, he didn't. No, he didn't stop on that route. And he was like, Keyshawn's like, you got a Hall of Famer sitting right next to you and a receiver that was pretty good. Okay, pretty good. You might want to listen to them. Okay, they bitch slapped and threw his ass under the bus.
Yeah, they did. They got Skip Bayless good yesterday. It was Skip Bayless. He tried to defend himself, but he's
stupid.
Yeah, no.
He's made the show more popular again by moving on from Shannon Sharp to Keyshawn and Michael Irvin. But he has literally now been basically called out on all his bullshit. They're not letting him get away. What he was looking for was somebody that he could punk. That's what Skip Bayless was looking for. He was, and that's why him and Shannon Sharp didn't get along anymore, was because he couldn't punk Shannon Sharp anymore. Well, Michael Irvin ain't gonna be the punching bag, and neither is Keyshawn. They're gonna call him out on bullshit, and I tell you what, Skip don't like it. I bet the producers actually like it, because now people are watching and saying, "Yeah, get Skip." It's still not better without Shannon. Okay, well, I kind of like it though, because I like seeing Skip Bayless put in his place. That's what I actually like, because he and so many other media people always do bullshit. This is like Dan Orlovsky said years ago.
Can take numbers and skew them any way we want. We often can take numbers and we'll fit them into the narrative that we want to try and paint. And I probably am guilty of this. Can take numbers.
So, it's like, yeah, we bullshit you. And that shit that Kimberly Martin just pulled, knowing that if it wasn't for the interview she got with Dak Prescott several years ago, she got an interview with Dak Prescott, I think 2019. 2 weeks after she got that interview was when ESPN decided, we're going to hire you. So Dak Prescott made your career, and now your whole thing is trashing Dak Prescott, the man who actually made you relevant. And this shit that she just pulled with comparing cherry picking. I don't know why I keep saying picking or cherry.
Cherry picking.
I know. It was a joke. I was trying. It's a play on word. Trying to be funny. Okay, but regardless of literally saying yards per completion, that Zach Wilson and Dak Prescott, they're the same guy. Because Dak Prescott's yards per completion 10.1. Zach Wilson, 10. They're the same. Like, Zach Wilson and Dak Prescott are right here equal as far as quarterbacks go. Are you serious? Now, the average Dak Prescott hater will take into something like that and say, well, look, he's just as bad as Zach Wilson. That's the same as last year when they were saying that Dak Prescott's interceptions were with the Texans quarterback. What's his name? Shit. No. Last year's quarterback.
Mills.
Yeah, David Mills. David Mills and Dak Prescott, they both have 15 interceptions. They're the same guy. He averaged about 17 points a game with his team. Dak averaged like 29 and led the NFL. It's not the same. If you pick your cherry pick statistics, you can always find a statistic that's a bum quarterback may be better in one category, but it's the totality of everything that you have. You follow me? I mean, Zach Wilson, his completion percentage is like 51 to Dak Prescott's 69. So when he does actually get one, yeah, it is conceivable that they would have the same, but he ain't having the same amount of completions alone. Be that as it may. Micah Parsons actually made a great point. And I see there's SSL TV in the house and Loyal Cowboy joining. What are you guys going to be doing tomorrow without Cowboy football?
I'll watch the games.
I'll definitely be watching the game. I can't wait to see the Eagles.
Kick back and relax and watch us, watch the other teams, see if they fall.
Mm-hmm. There's Gina Dallas Diva. What's up, Gina? Say what? That trick one?
So the Eagles and the Dolphins, they play the Sunday night game. What time does Left Hand Up and the Midgets play?
They play at 1 o'clock. You know they ain't putting that shit in prime time.
I didn't know.
That's the 1 o'clock.
Never.
Yeah, that's the 1
Who
o'clock.
They play? Who's the Midgets play? Who the
Giants and Commanders play each other.
Oh, they play each other. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have the Lions and Baltimore playing at 1 o'clock too. That's going to be a good one.
Yeah, that will be a good one. I can't wait for the college football game from Fox tonight. Ooh, that's going to be a good one.
Who's going to be on
How
tonight?
about these guys, Buckeyes? They beat Penn State.
They sure did it. They sure did a number on Penn State, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tonight's
Thomas
game is-
Q-Anna? What's up, Q-Anna?
Alabama right now, right?
Yeah, they're up 20-7. Tennessee on
Man,
Alabama.
this game should be a blowout, man. Tennessee should be winning something like 24 or 27-7. This game should be a blowout.
Hello, Janet Rogers. Welcome.
Bama was favored in this one, if I remember.
What's up, Cowboys by nature? I got the link. Thanks. All right, cool beans. So
Anyway, I was saying
if the Eagles lose,
Let me guess, Eastside Herald. You say Ohio
Got
State. Knows. I mean, you probably like Houston, don't you?
you know he's a Texans fan.
Who else is he going to like?
Yep.
Well, he seems to like the Cowboys since he's on every Dallas Cowboys live stream, out there. He's on more than I am.
I'll bet he was happy about the baseball game yesterday. Woo.
Oh, they play tonight, don't they? The Astros and the.
No, they play tomorrow.
They thought they heard it play. They play tonight.
No, they go back to Houston now for the last two.
Okay.
So
Bama's playing like ass according to Angelica Barron. Good day to see y'all. EJB, welcome to the chat. All right, so do we think that the Eagles are really contenders or are they pretenders?
We're gonna find out We're gonna find out Sunday night.
We will find out tomorrow night.
I think, however, I got my suspicions to think they're gonna win this game. I don't know why. It's gonna be a dogfight, but I think somehow they'll come out and get the win because Miami is inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
They're a good team,
I
but they're
agree.
inconsistent. And that, if they get enough pressure on Tua, I don't think they really stand a chance.
is that at Miami or Philly?
It's in Philly.
It's in Philly.
Philly. Yeah.
Okay,
It's in Philly, but I don't know, man. That's their secondary. Look, they ain't faced.
They made Mac Jones like a starter. I mean, you can't forget that.
Yeah, and if Miami is if they're smart enough, my thing is gonna be like, hey, Philadelphia, they secondary suck.
Yeah.
Go deep.
Hill, what's his name?
Waddle.
Hey, we going deep all night.
Totally.
I want to test that secondary. I want to see what they're working with
Well, here's my thing.
all night.
Oh, New England and Mac Jones scored 20 on them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Kirk Cousins, without an offensive line, he had all backups, and Justin Jefferson, you remember, he dropped that pass before half on the 2-foot line, and it went out of bounds in the end zone and ended up stopped them from getting a score before half. They might have won that game, and they were terrible on defense. They scored 28 points on them. The Commanders, with the left hand up, they scored 31 and took them to overtime on that defense. I'm surprised that the Rams didn't do better against it. They only scored 14, but even, Zach Wilson, who now, according to Kimberly Martin, and she's credible, is as good as Dak Prescott. They scored 20 on him. So are we going to really look at it and say Tyreek Hill with the cheetah can't do some damage to them?
Is Father Time playing for the Eagles this week? Since they
Julio Jones, he has been elevated. As a matter of fact, I just did a damn Gina update on that. Yes, sir.
Quiet as it's kept. Philadelphia is one of the league leaders in giving up the most points in the game.
Yes.
Right.
See, people ain't looking at that.
Right.
They don't gave up over 20 points in some like 4 or 5 games. And some like 3 or 4 games this year. Why does this care? Philadelphia is one of the league leading leaders in giving up most points in the game this year.
Right.
They're not looking at that.
Well, how about
drops over 20 on them?
Oh yeah.
Oh, they'll drop well over 20 on them.
Yeah.
They'll drop well over 20 on them. So if the Commanders could put 31 on them, I mean, you're telling me that you think that Miami can't? I'm sorry, I just don't see that.
I know Miami can, but here's my thing. I mean, the Eagles know in the back of their head if they lose this game, they're going to get toasted big time.
Not only toasted, no,
the talking heads and everybody else.
So, I'll be honest with you.
They will roast them if they lose to Miami.
Well, but not only that, beyond just being roasted, if you lose to the Jets and then Miami, and then you have the rest of your schedule that's in front of you, you're in deep shit.
They're coming up.
You got the Commanders who took you to overtime. You got the Cowboys, you got the Chiefs, you got the Bills, you got the 49ers. All of a sudden, you're just sliding off a cliff.
Right.
You are literally sliding off a cliff if you lose this one.
If Dallas can come back off of their bye and start their winning streak.
Well, we got to take care. We got to play the Rams.
Yeah, we got to take care of them.
Okay, and then we got them.
Des Bryant's trying to pitch for us to get the Devontae Adams. I'd love that.
The Cowboys.
Man!
What you'd have to get up to. They're not. Here's the thing. They're not going to pay 2 wide receivers big time money.
Right. Yeah.
They're just not.
The only way that'll work is if we get Devontae Adams, Jerry Jones, sit him down, persuade him, and tell him, "Hey, man, we need to revert this contract you got. We need to restructure." That's the only way. I don't know if that'll work because, ego is gonna play a role in this, and I can't see Devontae Adams bruising his pride like that.
No.
Yeah.
And plus, he's a captain down there in Vegas, so I don't think you'd see him.
And I heard rumors that Zach Ertz is another name that came up. Zach Ertz and Connor.
He'd be good for the red zone. I mean, better than
I'd take him over the Titans we got right now because they're doing squat.
Right.
I would love to see if they can get Zach Ertz. I mean, they'd only end up paying him a little over $1 million for the rest of the year.
I think so. Yeah.
And that would be more of a kind of move the Cowboys would do.
Pay him about $2-3 million a year.
I tell you this though. If that's a big if, capital words, if we were to go deep in the playoffs, I say like the conference championship game, Devontae Adams would be somewhere in Las Vegas kicking himself saying, damn, why I didn't go as far as I did and negotiate the trade deadline to the point that if that's would have picked me up, I would have restructured. He would kick himself over it.
Here's the thing. I think they would, if Dallas were to acquire Devontae, I believe they would be paying him about $9 million for the rest of this year.
Yeah,
which is guaranteed,
half, man. If
which
you
is guaranteed. But then the next 2 that are not guaranteed, which are in his contract, are $35.6 million.
Yeah,
that's the reason why I say redo your contract over again.
Linda Conyer, she's probably the realest Eagles fan I think I've seen on your chat.
Oh yeah, she's a smart.
She is. She don't sit there and try to trash. She just tells it like it is.
Yeah,
Dallas and the Eagles will lose again this season. It's all about how you respond to your losses. You play one game at a time. All teams are NFL teams. They put on cleats on the same way the Eagles do.
There you go.
And Dallas we have been one of those teams that have responded big time after a loss.
Right.
Yeah, thus far. Bounce back.
Well, they bounced back. I won't say well against the Chargers, but good golly. They sure
Yeah.
made some more mistakes like they did in that 49er game. Boy,
I'll tell you what, that Chargers game made that Asian lady famous. Oh my god.
Yeah, who was that? I did not figure that.
Like a Viking fan the last
Man,
like-
they made her
I was
famous
like-
overnight.
Is
Jesus.
she like the I was like, is that Herbert's girlfriend?
At
or
first, yeah,
what?
because he was wearing his number. Right. That's why I was at first. The way they were showing, it's like, okay. But no, just a fan.
Just a fan.
It's supposedly her and her husband are season ticket holders and yada, yada, yada. But you can't tell me that the NFL is not saying, let's put her on here. Let's see if we can get more people that are, that are Asian that can relate to her being there. Product
She was giving
placement.
Taylor Swift treatment that night.
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
She did. She did.
Yeah.
Every time the Chargers scored, you'd see her going, yeah.
She was like this for a minute. She was like, when she was like, and she was like this again.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Gilmore got that pick, she was like, oh.
Oh my goodness.
I'm hoping the Niners lose to the Vikings. I heard Deebo Samuel's out 2 weeks, Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
they ain't
out.
go.
He fractured his shoulder.
So
And
they're
Christian
playing Kirk
McCaffrey
Cousins
is
on
saying,
prime time.
So game plan for me being
They're
there.
not gonna lose.
I hope
Christian
they-
McCaffrey's
I love to
probably-
see that, but come on now,
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins on prime
No, I
time.
can't see that. And then
I
plus,
think-
Well, hold it. Wait. Let's back up for a second here. Kirk Cousins is not as bad as they make it sound. He's actually close to 500 on prime time. If you want to talk about somebody who's bad in prime time, talk about Daniel Jones, who's like 1-12 or 1-13. That's really bad.
Yeah.
that's fun.
And see, this goes back to the whole narrative that you get about people that are made, because they pick their cherry on ESPN on statistics, and they make things sound worse than they really are. Again, there's a people that are a lot worse than Kirk Cousins on prime time, and they took the Eagles he had no help. Their defense was terrible. He had 5 starting offensive linemen out. His receivers kept dropping the ball left and right. But Kirk Cousins, he played his ass off against the Eagles.
Right.
And if Justin Jefferson had not dropped and fumbled that ball out the end zone before halftime, the Vikings win that game.
Yeah.
You can't put that loss the Vikings had on Kirk Cousins.
Is
Having
JJ
a decent
scheduled
year.
playing that one?
Is who?
Is JJ scheduled?
Yeah, he's
playing that one?
questionable.
I think he's
yeah.
No, he's out.
Yeah, he's out for.
Yeah, he's on injured reserve.
So
Right.
he's still
He's
out.
on IR.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, he's out. Okay.
Yeah, he's on IR.
I did
The
not know
question will be is how is Trent Williams' ankle? Now, I know he's playing, but that could be kind of like a Tyron Smith situation where it's just a nagging injury. And without Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuels, that's a totally different team.
They got.
I think
nothing
CMC
after
is
those
questionable though.
Well, he has not
somebody
practiced
will
all. He's not practiced all week. He's told Shanahan, don't take me out of the play. Out of the game plan. He's planning on playing. Planning on playing and being able to play are two different things.
Yeah.
You know what
Well,
I'm thinking, Mark, and I told you this
What's that?
last night. I told you this last night. I think what it is, I think he's trying to tell Shanahan, hey, man, look, let's try to make it like
I'm going to be there, so they have to
getting
game
ready
plan
for
for
the
me.
game,
hmm
but we can throw the Minnesota defense off thinking that I'm going to play when I'm not.
hmm
And they
Like the
can
Bron-
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like what the Broncos did with Davis, Tyrell
Right.
Davis.
Yeah.
Use him as a decoy.
Yep.
right. I think he's playing a what you so-called decoy role to trying to throw Minnesota off. And
hmm
I hope Minnesota don't fall for the okie doke. I really
I hope not.
hope they don't fall for it.
Right.
Well, you got to prepare for everything.
Yeah.
If they do, they the dumbest team in the NFL just for falling for this.
Exactly.
The funny thing is, we have a 49er fan that comes in here and trolls. I kind of bitch slapped him last night when he came in because he's coming in here saying, we're the best team in the NFC. And it's like, bro, you just got beat down by the Cleveland Browns with an XFL quarterback, and you got beat up. This might be the week to be a little humble. And his response was, "Oh well, Trent Williams got hurt, and Chris McCaffrey got hurt, and Debo got hurt." And it's like, we only had 2 weapons going against you guys in the playoffs, and one of those got hurt. But we're just ass, right?
Right.
We can't use those excuses. But now all of a sudden, you guys are saying that, as well as the talking heads. It's like, come on, bro. When we lost to the Cardinals, Tyron Smith, Tyron Smith, Zach Martin, and Biotish, and we lost Diggs that 2 days before or 3 days before the game
on a one-on-one. Yeah,
but the Cowboys lost to the Cardinals.
And I told him, I said, dude, why aren't you on the Twin Mecca Empire's channel?
Right.
In which all of y'all know Twin Mecca, he's Law Nation. Shout out to Law Nation. He's on Law Nation. He's the brother of Law Nation. I said, why aren't you on Twin Mecca's channel?
And he's a Niner fan, isn't he?
Channel, bro.
He's a Niner fan, right?
Yeah. Oh no, just coming in to troll. Yeah. Just coming in to troll. What I will say is, you don't see too many Eagle fans. We have our standards. We have Philadelphia, who comes in to annoy everybody, and he is the best at annoying people with all the emojis, okay? We have Linda, who is the anti-Eagle fan because she's not like anyone. She actually has knowledge of the game, and she is fair and balanced. We got Twiz Digga, who, he's cool people. And we got Logan Motorsports, he's usually here before Cowboy fans. Those are our 4 standout ones that are here on a regular basis. They're family. They're family. They are welcome to come to my house anytime to watch a game, break bread and, eat some big sub and some Jobu wings and things. Yeah. They're cool people. But the rest of those guys, the cockroaches they're not here anymore. They're not, all those ones that all off season they were talking about the Eagles, how they're going to be kicking our ass, how they're going to be going, 17-0 or on the way to 20-0, winning the Super Bowl with a blowout and everything else. All summer, Lord, I couldn't do my live streams for fighting off the trolls that were in here.
Yep.
They ain't here no more.
They'll be back around next time we play the Eagles. They'll be back.
Yeah.
Until we beat them.
Unless we're winning. Now, if they're beating us, they'll be back.
Bry Guy 75 says, "Hey, I want a poor boy. You got it. You may want to rethink on roadkill coming to that house." Oh no, actually, yeah, I'd like roadkill to come in here because we can kick that ass. We'll beat him into the man cave. Okay, you'll get the beat in here. Eagles fans know deep down that their team is not all that. We're going to find out a little bit more tomorrow night. We're going to definitely find out. And I can't wait to see.
I wanted to ask, how's Rashid doing these days? I hadn't heard of
Rashid is doing really good right now. He is no longer at the rehab facilities. He's in the process of actually finding an apartment, or a place to stay. That'll be a permanent situation. He has to have it on one level because he's using a walker as well as a wheelchair and things. But his outlook is really. You wouldn't see him today, didn't you? Oh no. Okay.
He might come over tomorrow.
Okay, he may come. Oh, okay. Well, tell him before 1. Well, let me know so we do some wings if he's coming.
He might come for the 1 o'clock game.
Okay. All right. So Rashid will be in the house. He might be the only one.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll be cool because then we'll have somebody else that's here besides just me.
I'll be here watching the Nets.
Okay, so good. So I'll take out some wings then for tomorrow. We'll make some chicken wings and
that sounds
and just call it a day. But he's doing really good. I mean, it was rough. I mean, I remember that morning like I'll never forget that morning. Whew, that was a rough day.
I love the shirt. I just noticed the shirt. Cowboys life sentence.
That's my bride. Yes, and it's so true.
Yes, it is.
It is. It feels like a life sentence. Okay. I mean,
there you go.
Shout out to Miss Tracy. She's done some incredible shirts. She's upstairs, got a couple of orders for a few other shirts and stuff right now. And
I would love to buy one of those.
I am working on, for those that are tailgate members and things, I'm working on a new shot glass. If you are a tailgate member, automatically you get, whenever we do a new shot glass, some of you guys have been there for a long time, probably have about 6 different types of Joe Boo shot glasses. So I think we're going to be doing the Big D Energy shot glass.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I'm taking. I'm going to get a design and see how much it's going to cost to get those made. But those I'm working at trying to get within about the next 2 weeks or so.
Okay.
So all the tailgate members will be sending those out. Wait for what?
Mark, I have to admit, Miss Tracy, she's
creative.
She saved the night for you Monday night because you was getting ready to have a heart attack. She did. I have never heard your wife cheer and scream and holler like she did Monday night.
Well,
she was cheering, man.
I tell you what, I remember. I've been blessed to have her for a wife, and to have been able to do so many things that I've done. If it wasn't for Tracy, I probably wouldn't be doing YouTube right now. But with her job with United Way and me being able to volunteer and do so many different events. But I remember the very first Super Bowl that I went to, which was in Houston, and it was New England versus the Carolina Panthers. And that was the famous Janet Jackson "Show Me Your Boobie" game, okay? Because I remember sitting up there and I was like, did I just see a boob? I was like, Tracy, did I just see Janet Jackson's boob? And she's like, I don't know. And that was a crazy game.
Malfunction.
Because even after that, you didn't see it at home, but there was a guy dressed up in a referee's outfit. He gets out on the field and he pulls it off and he's streaking across the field. Just before the second half, he gets tackled and drug off. They didn't show that on TV. But I remember that game because the game kept going back and forth, score-wise, on there. And Tracy was really into this game, and as you could feel the momentum shifting from side to side, she was like, oh my God, I can't take this. She's like, this is painful. And so she's always kind of stayed kind of outside and not being that emotionally involved in it. She's always going to cheer for the Cowboys because I'm a Cowboy fan and stuff, but not really being into the game like that. And usually she's upstairs, watching the game, or, up in her office doing some stuff with the game on and not really getting into it. But being at the Red Brick House, that was the first Cowboys game we watched there. And it was just her and me, and she was there, and she kind of got into that game. And it was like, woo, that game was touch and go there for a while, but it came out well. There's Joe DeMasi in the house too. What's up, Joe? Tyson, how you doing today?
Oh, I'm good. How's everybody?
I am fantastic. I'm here with my people.
That's good. That's a good thing.
So what do you got planned for tomorrow with no Cowboys football?
Oh, man. I'll probably just go tap into some of the other games, see what's going on around the league.
Okay, yeah.
Plus watch my Astros, too.
Well, it's amazing. It seems like it takes forever for football season to get here. And we're already week 7. It goes by so fast.
I was just thinking about that before you came on. I was like, God, here we are already. It seems like, you can't wait for football season. College arrives, and then the NFL, and then it's like, wow, we're already halfway through the season.
Mm-hmm.
Especially college.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you grade like Mike McCarthy? Because everybody say he's a horrible coach right now. We 4-2. We all right right now. Like they disrespect.
I'm kind of on the fence because here's the thing that you have to think about this. You got teams that score a lot of points, and they're up and down. You can look at Buffalo, scores lots of points, but then you get Josh Allen where he gets crazy and he's throwing the ball down the field like he did week 1. To the Jets, right?
Yes.
He ended up having 4 turnovers. The Jets ended up winning without Aaron Rodgers. You look at them against the Jaguars. He had 3 interceptions that game. They lose. You think about the 49ers in a close game against an XFL quarterback. Scoring is down in the NFL, and it seems like those mistakes are coming back to haunt teams. So I think what McCarthy is trying to say is we don't want to be on that side of the mistakes. This game should have actually been a blowout for us. The penalties the muffed punt that should have been hands to the face,
right,
and the drop pass by Michael Gallup. If those three things don't happen, we blow them out. It's not even a close game.
No, 4. Remember the booty push?
Yeah.
It was about 6 or 7.
Right. So, if Michael Gallup catch that touchdown, it's wide open. If we don't give them the easy score right there, they couldn't move the ball all night. They weren't going the length of the field on us after that first drive.
Because if you think about it, Mark, in the stats, we out-yardaged them and everything.
Yeah. It really, the score was 20-17, but it really wasn't that close. So Mike McCarthy's feeling is this is the trend of the NFL. The close games, you don't want to make the mistakes. I get that, but you had 40 seconds to go with 2 timeouts, and you let that clock go and didn't even take a chance at the end zone. I get it. The Giants ran out of time before getting some points before the half, okay? But they didn't have a timeout. You're telling me that you didn't want to go ahead and take one shot at the end zone?
Hey,
that's what kind of bothered me there.
Oh, I agree. I'm cool with that decision, man. I don't know. I say, man, and I'm not saying madness like coaching a real game, but it's a lot of decisions that come back and hunt you. So, with him taking them 3 points, I'm cool with that. Like, I really don't mind. I understand you want to at least see if you can get it, but at least he got us points and we didn't. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Do anyone of y'all play Madden? Anybody?
I don't.
Anybody?
But I ain't got that kind of time.
Play Madden?
Like y'all never played it like 24?
No, I used to play it all the time, but I haven't played it since like 2010 though.
Like honestly though, like if you play it on all Madden, it's no joke. Like honestly, so I sympathize with like how they treat Mike McCarthy, like because it's a lot of decision making that he has to do within a short period of time.
Well,
I feel like he's doing it.
Yeah, I agree. It is fun. I tell you what's so funny is, and I hate to throw DMV under the bus and all this, but I'm going to, is we look at the quarterback and say, oh my God, Dak Prescott, I can't believe he missed that pass, man. He sucks. I could have made that pass, right? When we were at the draft in Kansas City, they had the deep ball, I think it was called. So they had a target catcher at like 10 yards, one at 20 and one at 30.
Yeah.
And you get a chance. You get 3 balls that you can throw. I would say less than 10% made the first one.
At 10 yards.
At 10 yards. Less than 10%. Was nobody anywhere close to the 30-yarder. Okay? To think that you got about 2 seconds to see where the pressure's coming from, make these reads, and make that throw before you get hit. It's insane. You can't, bro. There are how many people in the world? How many of them are NFL quarterbacks? Even the worst ones are the top, 1,000th of a percent. That shit ain't easy. And the same thing for the coach. That shit ain't easy. But hey, that's why they get paid the big bucks.
Right, but no, I'm okay with it too. Like we just got to keep it pushing in the upward motion. We're doing all right.
I just get frustrated with him when he runs the ball up the middle. Oh my God!
Right.
Oh my God! We were calling that out that night. We were like, okay, here guess what he's going to do? Run it right, and Tony Pollard right up the. I wouldn't mind so much if he said, you know what, I'm going to take Hunter Lipke and I'm going to try and run him up the middle. Somebody that's a little bit bigger. I don't want to see Tony Pollard as a battering ram. Okay, I don't want to see that. You get him the ball in space, he's going to make some moves. But, again, the team's 4-2. There's not a whole lot of teams that are better than that right now, right? And there's no undefeated teams in the NFL, and we're just starting week 7. So it is really a week-to-week league without a doubt. So
4-2 record without everything, not even all the way together yet.
Yeah, and this is the thing you wonder is you know, you look at the Eagles, they don't seem to be the same team just yet that they were, you know, and is that because you've got new coordinators and it's going to take time for them to get together? And is that part of the problem, of course, of the Cowboys, that we have too, you know, we've got a system that's a little bit different. We got Brandon Cooks, who's another player. You know, will that go ahead and get better as time goes on?
Yeah, when are they going to use him?
Well, this past week was the first time that we finally saw him use them, thank God.
Get to do the celebration. I like it. I like the celebration.
I just wish they'd send him deep more.
I'm trying to figure out why we continued to try and why we went to Michael Gallup 10 times.
Yeah, I don't know, Mark.
I feel like it's not just him being targeted. It's just like that's where the ball should go on that play. Like, you know what I mean?
He got to catch the ball, man.
And it's at Gallup. Like, I feel like that's what it ends up to. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Right. No, you may be right.
I mean, I'm at the point of he needs to get less time out on the field with as many drops as he had this past week. He's still trying to get back to where, you know, they thought he was. And I know, you know, you look at that contract right now, and the Cowboys maybe kind of screwed the pooch, you know, when you think about getting rid of Amari Cooper and then paying him.
Yep.
And that's not to say I don't like Michael Gallup. I love Michael Gallup, but Michael Gallup, he's not, I think he's 11th as far as wide receiver pay.
It bit Catboy in the ass because Catboy thought that, oh, we signed Gallup, it's going to save us a boatload of money. It did, but look at the production.
Yeah, right. It has not worked out well. But, you know, it seems to be that's usually the case. I mean, you can't say we got value for Zeke Elliott's contract either. One of the few ones you actually look at and say, maybe we did, was D-Law's. And at the time, we were kind of like, I don't know. Now, a lot of people will look and say, D-Law, I've seen some people, D-Law's ass. Run stopping, he's a beast.
You better stop it.
They do not understand the game.
Well, you get a lot of people who don't understand the game, and it's easy to be behind a keyboard and say, oh, you don't know shit, man. This is what it's, you know, you're a freaking idiot.
Defense would not be as, you know, we think it's bad, but it'd be way worse if without Lawrence. So.
Yeah.
They don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah. My other thing is, you know, we're always talking about Dak and we need to move on. Like I said, this guy at Walmart, I was like, how about them Cowboys? His whole response was, we'd be something without, you know, we got rid of Dak. And I'm just kind of like, who is the quarterback that never has an interception, a bad throw, and all that? I'm not sure that the person that they're talking about exists. Because even Pat Mahomes has days that, you know, don't get me wrong, I'd take Pat Mahomes over Dak anytime. But I don't know that there's anybody else that you look out there and say is definitely better and to take over Dak at the moment. Am I crazy? I mean, you look at Josh Allen, you know, the cover of Madden, he is definitely streaky. He can turn the ball over with the best of them.
All right.
Justin Herbert, you know, said he's one of the top 5 quarterbacks. Are you taking Justin Herbert over Dak?
No, sir.
No, sir.
I'm not. You know, and I'm sitting here looking at, you know, the moves people have made for quarterbacks. So you looked at Jimmy G, who's, you know, doing his NFL tour. He leads the NFL in interceptions, and he's missed 2 games. So, you know, and we have people that say, I'll take Jimmy G over Dak anytime because he's a winner. But I don't know if we did move on from Dak, and Catboy basically said, we're going to be working on a contract in the offseason.
Yeah.
That Dak's our quarterback. Although, you know, that could change if the season goes south and Dak just plays like ass or gets injured. But, you know, at the moment, I don't see where you have a better alternative. People will say, well, just tank and, you know, draft a quarterback. I'm looking at a lot of quarterbacks out there that were drafted high that ain't doing shit.
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor, you know, Trevor's gotten better, but I was amazed because they didn't talk about this, that he's got more turnovers. He's played 43 games now.
43, yeah.
Yeah, and he's got 46 turnovers in 43 games. I'm like, damn, he's got that many?
Yeah.
The most in the NFL. But nobody says, well, Trevor Lawrence has all these turnovers. We focused on Dak's interceptions, and here it is. Jalen Hurts already has 7. Which is 1 more than he had last year. He's on pace for 20.
All right.
Ain't nobody talking about that? Okay.
Oh, they give excuses.
They blame the receivers, and when Dak didn't get that, but
well, they activated Julio Jones, so we'll see if anything comes from that or not.
Man, why do they need so many? Man, how much money do the Eagles have? Because they just keep signing people and signing people and signing people.
Well,
I'm like, hey.
but part of the reason is what they did with Jalen Hurts' contract. I mean, he's only like $6 million hit this year. As long as he plays and he stays on the roster, they're okay because they've kicked that can down the road. But if he ends up being that he's not the guy and they have to get rid of him, man, they're going to take a massive cap hit. It's kind of like Denver right now with Russell Wilson.
He might not play for us this season.
He's like a $90 million hit if they get rid of him at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So you're kind of stuck with him.
All right. For another year.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep. But I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Now finding out Rashid might be coming over tomorrow. That'd be great. Shoots. So we'll have a mini party here. And then next weekend, JMU, shout out to JMU Dukes that are 7-0, beating We Are Marshall on Thursday night, 7-0. Having homecoming next Saturday night. I'm going to be in Waynesboro for that. So we're actually going to be live streaming from the Red Brick House on Sunday. So we're going to see if we can do the big sub and everything from down there with some of my friends from JMU and stuff. So that'll be interesting. I can't wait for that. And hopefully we get a big victory over the Rams and some momentum getting ready for the Eagles. So anybody got anything else they want to add to the conversation? Before we get ready to get out of here, we got about 10 minutes left to go. Any thoughts about the first 6 games of the season? Any fears?
Let's go Cowboys tomorrow. We're going to beat the Vikes.
Dominion Energy. This is
Not Rowdy. Not Rowdy. Okay. Are we content with a 4-6 record to start the season?
Yeah. Yeah. Like how we lost them. Like I don't like the way we lost those 2 games.
You mean 4-2?
Mm-hmm. Well,
I'm cool.
Well, Mark, we won that close game Monday night. You know, I've been thinking about it all week long. You know, we had to be prepared for things like this, especially come late in the season. You know, when we play teams like Buffalo. Maybe Philadelphia when we get back to Dallas. You know, we got to be prepared for this because, you know, when we go to the playoffs, we gonna have games like this. We're gonna have close scoring games like this. You know, if you think that we're gonna have high scoring games like this, especially late in the year, you better get out of that fantasy world because it's not gonna happen like that.
Right. Yep.
You know, don't get me wrong. We should have beaten we should have blown the Chargers out Monday night.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just saying this, you know, just in case, you know, if this type of thing happened later on in the season.
Well, it's an up and down season. The thing is we've seen. I remember the Giants making the playoffs by the skin of their teeth as a wild card, where they played ass in the middle of the season. They got hot, you know, down the end, came in our house, kicked our ass on the way to getting to the Super Bowl, facing an 18-0 New England Patriots team.
I remember that game.
I remember the Colts having one of the worst defenses in football, that the defense turned around and got hot in the playoffs and was playing lights out on to Peyton Manning's first Super Bowl win. So it is a long season. Hell, I remember our team starting out 3-5 and winning the division and going into playoffs. So anything is possible. It could be that, you know, maybe San Francisco peaked. Their high point was beating us, and now all of a sudden injuries are beginning to pile up a little bit. You know, Brock Purdy's been a little bit exposed. You know, the Eagles, you know, they were 5-0, but all of a sudden it wasn't a great 5-0. You know, now they've got that part of their schedule that I'd be amazed if they go 500. I'll be honest. Over the next 8 games, I'd be surprised if they go 500. And they can call me a hater if they want to and all that, and I'm crazy. But I'm looking and I'm still saying you got the Dolphins, the Commanders, the Cowboys, the Chiefs, the Bills, the 49ers, the Cowboys, and the Seahawks.
Boy, what if they lose all of them? Let's go.
That I'm sorry, and you're nicked up right now. You know how good is Lane Johnson really? Is he going to be able to hold up? You know, Jalen Carter's just getting back from injury. Is he now going to be slowed down?
Right.
You just don't know. So it's still a lot of football left to play. And, you know, as bad as it seemed like that 49er loss was and the Cardinals loss was, we've got 11 games. Pretty much if we go above 500, win 6 of them, we're a 10-win team.
Yep.
That's all you have to do is basically go a little bit above 500, and you're going to be a 10-win team. And 10 wins gets you a chance. And for all those out there that are talking about, well, our Cowboys standards and everything else, and Dak sucks, we ain't been to the playoffs 3 years in a row since the 90s dynasties. And you're saying blow it up because that's still not good enough. That's as bad as the Lions getting rid of Jim Caldwell, who 2 out of 4 years they were in the playoffs, and the worst season was 7-9 for the Lions. Oh, that's not good enough. The Queen is here. The Queen is here. What's up, Bella?
You know, Mark, everybody's saying blow it up because we didn't have that big scoring onslaught Monday night. Man, stop.
We got to win.
Stop being a damn sore winner. Stop being a sore winner and take this win.
Oh, Terry Lee with the super chat. Shout out to Terry Lee. Got you covered, Terry. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's not enough for the Cowboys just to win a game. You gotta blow people out 50-0, or else it's not good enough for them boys.
Oh, that was a good win. That was a good win.
On the road?
That was a good win.
Against a team that just came off a bye?
We had 2 weeks to prepare.
And it's got their running back back?
Yeah, the running back and has an offensive coordinator that should be working on revenge.
Right.
So, to me, that was a good win. In the NFL, every win is a good win.
I was watching DMV's video, Mark, and Marquise Bell did a great job on Eckler.
Yeah.
I have to say, you know, I didn't.
He did. Oh, yeah. Phenomenal.
Great job. You know, and, if he covers the other team's running back, he could take him out of the game. So.
Dem Boys Kicks, what's up, man? How are you doing? You're absolutely right, Queen. Kiana. Our coaching staff has sucked for years. Do I think Dallas can beat Miami? Well, the thing is with Miami is we don't really know what Miami is just yet.
We don't know how we.
And you know, I mean, we've seen them score 70 points, but their defense isn't that great though either. And we'll see when they play better competition how they play. It's going to be interesting to see which team. I've had questions about the Eagles because I've looked at the Eagles defense and say they can't stop people, and this will be the best offense that they've faced. Now let's see. Is Miami's offense really that good? And is Philadelphia's defense really that bad? We're going to find out tomorrow night. So that will have a big tell on it right now. Both of them could be pretenders for all we know.
For sure.
DMV does do a great job of breaking down film. Definitely. And shout out to him because that clip I was talking about of Kimberly Martin that he put out this morning, I think he's gotten like 200,000 views on that clip on ESPN on Kimberly Martin literally saying that Dak Prescott and Zach Wilson are the same guy.
Yeah, that was goofy. That was goofy. Yeah, she tripped out.
Yeah. But it is what it is. All right, final thoughts here before we get out of here. I got to get back up to the workshop and get some more work done for the Red Brick House and things. And I've got new tailgate members, so we got those racks that we're getting done and things up there. So work is never done here at Joe Boo's Man Cave, Joe Boo's Workshop, or Joe Boo's Kitchen. Final thoughts of this weekend. Anybody?
Well, just gonna sit here
Oh,
tomorrow,
no,
watch these games, and
right.
get ready to go down the road and go to the Cowboy Ram game next Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you gonna be at the game?
Yes, sir.
Damn.
Nice.
I've wanted to go to some of the games, but my money got funny this year. So DMV has got tickets, flights for being in Dallas when we play against the Eagles, and he was telling me basically the tickets are under $200 right now to fly there. And I'm trying to see if I can get my pennies together to do that, and see if I can work it out that would be the game I go to. The Queen Bella's final thoughts are Eagles still stink. Yeah, amen on that one. So we'll see on that one. Like I said, I got to finish that red brick house, and that sucker has been the money pit, but every cent we put into it has been well worth it. Any other final thoughts? Because we're going to roll up on out of here.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys is right.
I just want everybody to be safe, enjoyable weekend.
Right.
We don't have to hear a whole bunch of nonsense coming up.
Yep.
The week since our boys not playing, so.
I love Linda. Linda says, I love sitting here and smelling bad at 5-1 in first place. Laughed out loud. All right. We'll see how long you stay there, Linda. We appreciate you guys. And I definitely appreciate all of you guys being channel members and coming here and spending time on Saturday afternoon and stuff with us. But we're going to turn down the lights because I got to get to the workshop.
All right. Peace out. Peace out, everybody.
Peace out.
They say that all good things must end. Call it tonight. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.